This is the TSLA 1 month overview reading for the month of June 2025. It's currently June 1st, 2025, 8:26 p.m. Eastern Time. Tesla at the time of this reading is $346.46. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the Tesla June reading was created on May 25th, 2025 at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video playing right here. Now, before we get into it, a few important things. First off, what we're going to cover in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the month of June. We're going to give you chart behavior to look out for, signaling the month's highest high and the month's lowest low. We'll give you the day-by-day sequence of chart events, and we'll even give you one of the best trades that we see for the month. It's important to understand that we're predicting the sequence of chart events. The timing to the day is usually on point, but there's cases where you'll need to give it plus or minus a day here or there, wiggle room, and occasionally I'm wrong. For the most part, I'm right. So the sequence of chart events is most important to follow, and it's for this reason that I do not recommend trading this information alone. You should really only trade this information if you've got access to our live Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart drawings as part of the monthly access subscription. Those are game-changing services. I'll show you how to get those services at the end of the video after we give you one of the best trades, so stay tuned for that. So the overall theme and everything that we talk about is going to be on the scale of a multi-day chart with one-day candlesticks unless otherwise specified. So the overall theme and chart behavior for the month of June, we've got a resistance level that we failed to break through many times, highlighted here. It's either that we failed to break through many times in the past or the future or throughout the whole month, but it's highlighted that we failed to break through it many times. And it's crossed with an unexpected move to the upside, likely out of some sort of scary technical chart behavior, big move to the upside, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. It may have something to do with the speaker. Behavior around the highest high for the month, we've got a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher taking us into the high. Behavior around the lowest low for the month, we've got a period of sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher near the low. Now, before I get into the day-by-day sequence of chart events and give you one of the best trades that I see, I want to make sure you're aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following through on the rule of karma, which is it's a honor code agreement, if you will. You go to the website Tarot for Traders, click on resources, 5% of all profits. We're expecting that you're donating that forward to one of these charities or to a charity of your choosing, as long as you're paying it forward. And then 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links as a way to say thank you and express gratitude. It leaves you with 90%, which is way more than any stockbroker would ever leave you with. Spend that money out of love. Following those rules makes you an angel investor of the channel. Universe will send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get into it. All right, so likely we've got a peak the last day or we've got a higher price level the last day of May. Either that or right at the beginning of the day of June, we've got a prominent peak. Well, either way, we've got a prominent peak in June on the first day of the month there. Or I should say the second day of the month, the first trading day of the month there. We've got a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels into sideways rotation on the third. A lot of price change into and or out of the sideways rotation along key support on a one-year chart scale with a trough towards the end of the day on the third. On the fourth, we've got an even lower price level, a prominent trough on a 1 month scale with a huge move to the upside out of it, taking us to a prominent peak on the fifth, and it looks like we have a move higher into the fifth, followed by a full retracement back down into the sixth. Another prominent trough there on the sixth, with a huge move to the upside out of oversold territory. Likely we open lower on the 9th with an unexpected move to the upside, taking us into a prominent peak. So, a rally along a diagonal trend line on the 10th. Breaking through a horizontal resistance, another resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. A day's high, mid part of the day on the 10th, most likely. A fast sudden move higher on the 11th, taking us into a prominent peak again on the cusp of the 11th, 12th, where we have a sharp decline into another trough from prominent peak into a trough on the 12th. An overbought crest on the 13th that we sell off from through multiple support levels. Decline continues on the 16th through multiple support levels, and then there's a resistance level highlighted on the 17th. It looks like we have this, after this scary chart behavior, we have this unexpected move to the upside into key resistance on the 17th, and then from that resistance we likely decline and then return to it either on the 17th and or on the 18th. On the 18th, we rally into key resistance, and then we abruptly turn around and decline past the point at which we started the rally into the resistance. There's a support level important on a 1-year chart scale minimum highlighted on the 12th, and it looks like we have a prominent peak that turns into a prominent trough there on the 20th. I think I said the 12th. I should have said the 20th. Excuse me. If there's a decline there into a significant trough at the end of the day on the 20th, I'm being advised not to chase that decline. On the 23rd, cautious. I'm advised to be cautious. The prudence card indicating multiple false tops or bottoms or some sort of like whipsaw action, something tricky that can make us do the wrong thing impulsively. A prominent trough and a prominent peak at the end of the day or on the cusp of the 23rd, 24th. Rally on the 24th turns over into another prominent trough somewhere between the 24th and the 25th. 25th, there's a lot of price change out of a decline, a big move to the upside, taking us into a peak. A lot of price change to the upside there. And then a rally on the 26 into key resistance. When we meet that resistance, we break down with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down into a significant trough towards the beginning of the day on the 27th. And out of that trough, huge move to the upside, pushing the upper end of the range higher. On the 30th, we revisit a support level with a notable decline. We revisit a support level and prominent trough that was recently a past opportunity there on the 30th. And it looks like we've got some significant sideways rotation taking place in July. Now, one of the best trades that I see for the month, guys, remember, only paper trade this unless you have access to our live Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart drawings. Just think of this as entertainment to prove to you that extrasensory perception exists and can be used practically. But if you're serious, I'll show you in just a moment how to get those game-changing services. Best trade that I see, I think what I would like to do is if we see a lowest low thus far on the 4th, I would want to open up a long position there and close that long position the very next day on the 5th at most likely a highest high thus far. You could, if you miss that opportunity, you could probably add to the long position on the 6th at a lowest low or close to a lowest low thus far, and then your second opportunity to exit would most likely be there on the 9th. But rule of thumb with SO meta-analysis, don't wait for that backup exit. Always take your profits quick and run. All right, guys, and that's Tesla for June. The way that you get those game-changing services, you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Monthly Access subscription gets you everything that Early Access has, including the S&P 500 day trade alerts. But it also gets you the day-by-day sequence of chart events, chart behavior, and the timing of the highs and lows to the day for the month for each of these tickers and crypto. All of that for $300 a month. You make that back in one trade, guys. So as soon as you see this stuff working, highly recommend you do that. Much love and appreciation to everybody that goes ahead and pulls the trigger on that. You guys are the reason we're able to put this content out regularly. And blessings to all my angel investors. You know where to go. You know what to do. I'll see you guys on the next one.